Alright, well, I brought my bags today, and I may have jinxed myself. Okay, well today I am sitting outside of the Goodwill in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. For some reason I thought that today wouldn't be that crazy. I don't know why. I think because it's the weekend between Christmas and New Year's, but it's really crowded today, so I'm not sure what to expect when I go inside. Who knows, maybe everyone will be shopping for clothing today. But we're gonna head in and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. Alright, well, I brought my bags today, and I may have jinxed myself. We will see. Adventure Aquarium. Well, that thing certainly caught my eye. That's pretty cool looking. And there's another one. But that one has chips all over it. Here we have a bunch of blue willow. I wonder what the marking is. They have all of this real estate at the bottom of the plate, and they had to put it right there. I mean, sometimes I get it. There's not a whole lot of room to put the sticker, but come on. Oh, shoot. And of course, none of those have a marking on the bottom. Okay, here we go. It says Willow Wear by Royal China. I mean, there is money to be made there. I have bought these and sold them before, but they have a tendency to sit, and I don't really need anything sitting right now, so I don't think I'm going to mess with it. I'm pretty certain I jinxed myself. Oh gosh. Well, it is definitely crowded in here. I found a quiet little section at this side of the store, but I don't know how long I'm going to last before I decide to move on to Antiques Marketplace of Lemoyne. I think I might carry on down the road. Here are some more of those figurines that I got the last time. This is the Holly Hobby version. Precious Moments collection. Those are a little bit different though. I just happened to be looking those up the other night and saw a lot of these Holly Hobby versions. Lodge cookware. Looks like ceramic. Didn't know they made ceramic. I just knew that they made the cast iron. This was sitting on the end cap here, but it actually says that it is hand painted finish. So it is not actually a cranberry colored glass. It's painted clear and it has a painted finish. So I don't think I'm gonna take it. Although it is very pretty. I actually thought maybe that it was in poly glass with a satin finish, but that's not the case. Okay, well I decided to stick it out and I guess it kind of paid off. I just came around the corner and this weirdo was sitting in that basket right there. I'm not really sure what it's made of. I guess it's made out of a plaster. I don't know if it's a homemade thing. $2.99. No markings or signatures on it. I think it's actually pretty cool. So I'm going to stick that in here. I also have this. This is made by a local pottery, Keaton. It's marked Keaton, 2004 on the bottom. It's just a impressed leaf design. So I picked that up off the shelf, $1.99. They have on that. That's really all I've got. I mean, I'm not really seeing much. Like I said, this place is extremely crowded, and I think I'm gonna bail. I think I'm done. They just have a new cart. Everybody's circling it. I might go check it out. What is this? Those are made in China. They were neat though. Anyway, I might go try to build up the courage to check out that new cart. There you go. Alright, while the new cart was mostly Nerf guns and I was just a little too slow. Otherwise I would have grabbed them for Ashton. But I figured I'd swing over here to the artwork. Yeah, kind of leaving much to be desired. So let's head towards the checkout, I guess. First of all, I need to investigate this because this is just weird. I need to know what's going on here. My gosh, that poor doll had quite the haircut. I wonder if I could, like, can we sit it up here? I can't do it with one hand. There we go. Now everyone can enjoy it. Okay. Well, that was just a little too crowded for me. I don't know what's going on. I guess everybody is at Goodwill today. So I'm going to grab some coffee at Dunkin', and I'm going to head on down the road to Antiques Marketplace of Lemoyne. I don't recall what our total spend was today, but I can tell you that it was under 10 bucks. We didn't spend very much because we only got 2 items. So we're going to head on down the road, and I will see you at Lemoyne. Antiques Marketplace of Lemoyne. See you there. Alright, so I'm going to check out the usual booths. I'm not going to spend too much time here because it's probably just about as crowded as the Goodwill. I think everybody's out and about. Finally warmed up a little bit. It's not in the single digits. Everybody's out shopping. And here's a froggy. And I think this is the same maker as the froggy candlestick I sold a few weeks ago. I think that sold for like $78, and I think this is the same company that makes this guy. Not positive about that though, and I can't think of the maker off the top of my head. So I recognized the artist of this print right away as Buckley Moss, and it's kind of weird because I've never really been attracted to Buckley Moss. I mean, I like Buckley Moss, but I've never really been attracted to it until this moment when I saw this black cat sitting on a cushion. $65, and it is 20% off. Like that. But I'm like, you also need any more artwork. You have to get rid of some artwork. I don't know, I feel like I need a piece of Buckley Moss though. I don't have any. And I do come across it quite often. I actually have a few pieces for sale in my booth over at Bedford. I have like a massive, massive piece for sale. I think you guys have seen that one. I don't know. I think I might grab it. And then when I'm tired of it, I can sell it. That's the beauty of being a reseller. When you get tired of stuff, you can pass it along. Alright, I'm going to grab that. I think that might be Takahashi. Oh, it is Takahashi. I think that might be worth good money. I think I'm going to grab the Takahashi trinket box. I have to put everything down to squeeze through here. Good thing I'm not pregnant anymore. I wanted to actually look at this platter down here. What does that say? Moroccan pottery dish. Modern pottery dish. I think there might be a signature on there, but I can't quite make it out. It's only $15, but I've got too much stuff at this shop right now that I need to process, so I'm gonna leave that one behind. Alright, well at this point I'm just waiting for the line to die down. So I figured I'd wander down to this end of the mall and see what we could find. Last time I was down here I found 2 amazing antique crystal glass vases. I was hoping there would be another pair, but I don't see another pair. There are a bunch of perfumes here on this table, and I kind of zeroed in on this box here. I believe it's a powder box. And what I like about it is this random blue tree, just kind of whimsical. Let's see if I can, ooh, there we go. Let's get a closer look. 25 on that. I've seen that marking before. It's a shame because I just ran into the vendors and they're just heading out. They usually do a discount, but I think I just missed some. Gotta be careful, I'm super shaky because I'm drinking coffee. Ooh-wee. Maybe I'll catch them next time and I can get a discount on that. Alright, well I just made a boo-boo. I just left my basket up at the front. Because I thought, you know, I'm not going to need this. I just left it up there. And then I came across these. And if you guys remember, I found a whole set of these in a smoky color at Goodwill. And we've been using them at our house. They were the tall versions. So these are more of an amethyst than smoky, but they are the same. I believe they're Kanawa. I don't know if I said that right. Every time I say it, I'm told I said it wrong. But I think no, I'm not even gonna try. I think that's what they are. Blanco also makes the dimpled glasses, but there are other companies that make them. I think that's what these are. So this entire set here is 35. Crackled on the what? Doesn't say cracked. It says crackled on the. I think it just means crackled. They're crackled. Kind of glasses there. So, I was on my way to see Kenny's booth. I'm gonna walk down and check out Kenny's booth, and then on my way back, I want to grab those. Because it'll be nice to have some shorter glasses, because we don't always need the tall ones. Okay. $9.99 on the check. It is adorable. But I'm not really seeing much. I don't know. I haven't found much in Kenny's booth lately. One of these times I'm gonna come back here and I'm just gonna find something. It's just gonna jump out at me and that's gonna be it. Look at this. Maybe not. Alright, I'm going to try to grab all of these glasses, my camera, and my coffee, and wrangle them up to the front. Alright, well my total spend there at Antique Marketplace of Lemoyne was about $83. Now unfortunately, the lid to the Takahashi kitty cat did not survive. The lid fell in the checkout, so it did not survive. I did not end up purchasing the Takahashi dish, but it's okay, it happens. Things break. Fortunately, I did not break it because I have been known to break things. This time it was not me. But I didn't pay for it, so it's always a bummer when stuff like that happens, but it does. You know, that's the nature of dealing with fragile things. So I got the Buckley Moss print, and I also got the cups. So both things for me. We didn't really get anything for resale today, and that's okay. I'm gonna head home now. I'm gonna get dinner started now that I can use my kitchen. And I guess I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Alright, so I guess I didn't realize how short that video was until I was editing it. And I'm like, whoa, 14 minutes. So, I guess we're going to do an official kitchen update. I showed you guys a little bit of the kitchen when I did my vlog the other day, my first ever vlog. It was 47 minutes long. It was a little bit intense. And I actually enjoyed doing that. I think maybe I'll do it again here sometime soon. But all of that being said, I kind of showed you little bits and pieces of the kitchen, but it wasn't really like a full, like, here's where we're at with the kitchen. So I'm gonna give you a here's where we're at with the kitchen, because we've made some progress. So here's where we're at. So we finally have lights. It's not as dark as it has been the past few times I've filmed in here. We have under cabinet lighting. We finally have the pendants in, so there's the lighting above the sink. They had to patch when they put the lighting in, so now they have to repaint the ceiling, and the same goes for over here. I absolutely love these lights that Trish, our interior designer, chose. She is with White Horse Design out of Carlisle, and she has been amazing with helping us. Hank. She's been amazing with helping us get through this whole process, and coordinating everything and helping me make design decisions, because I'm really bad at making decisions, but she just envisioned it all and helped it all come together, and I could not be more pleased. Now this is still our old fridge. They're gonna come tomorrow and we're gonna switch to the new fridge. It's just the whole process because we still have food in the fridge, so we have to empty it out and switch it all over. So that's kind of been put off and put off and put off. So it works, and it hasn't really been a priority. So we do have a new fridge that we're going to be replacing that one. It still works, and we're still going to use it. It's going to be a kind of a secondary, just to store extra food that we have. But here is the pantry cabinet. The beverage center is over here. The espresso machine is all set up. We did get an outlet installed back here so we can plug it all in. I showed you guys that in my vlog. I love that this has a glass fronted cabinet, so I have a lot of the flowed blue up here. I think we are going to get a china cabinet out in the living room, and I'm probably going to move this china out there because I don't know. I mean, it looks nice in here, but I don't think it needs to be in here. So here are my Pilsner glasses. You may remember when I got those at auction. I use these for wine. My odds and ends. None of them match. Stemless wine. I know for those of you who are official wine drinkers, that's kind of a crime to have stemless wine glasses, but I like them. Here are the dimpled short glasses that you saw me get in this video, and the taller glasses I got in a previous video. So they don't match per se, but stylistically they do. This is a craft my mom did with the kids. Little hot chocolate thingamabobbers, single serving for Christmas. The beverage center is down here. Little beer, wine, hint, half and half. Andrew's iced tea because he really doesn't drink. I keep all the coffee and extra syrups in there. What is there to say? There's an oven. Oh, this. I absolutely love this. We got this when we were in Pittsburgh. I've been saying that a lot. We get all this stuff when we were in Pittsburgh. I could have swore this was signed on the bottom. I guess it's very faint. I believe it's White Swan Designs or Studios. I'll put a link for their Instagram. But I ended up going back on Etsy and buying my mom some more pieces for Christmas because I loved it so much. I just think it's so great. And it looks really nice in the kitchen. So I don't have anything in it. It's more or less just decorative, but I liked the bird on it. So I stuck that over there. This is actually what I wanted for the appliances. I wanted the white fronted appliances, but they're on way back order. So really all I have is the white fronted dishwasher and everything else is stainless. But that's kind of the look I wanted. So imagine that on all the appliances. And I have to unload the dishwasher, obviously. Now the backsplash they're waiting on, and they have to wait to put the outlet covers on until the backsplash is on. So everything's held up by the countertops because they have to replace the countertops because of their mess up. The guys who installed the countertops fudged it up. They put a giant chip in it and then just like put some stuff in there and left it. Then I got home after a long day of filming, like expecting amazing countertops, and I'm like, Andrew, what is that? And this is after they came back and tried to fix it a second time. So when I came back, it was really ugly. And he's like, yeah, I noticed that. So they just left without saying anything. And there's this huge chip. I mean, it's a big chip. It's not like a little chip. It's a big chip. They left without saying anything. And it was kind of like, it was really sad. I was sad about it. Like, I wasn't mad. I was sad because it's like I waited so long and I was so excited for these countertops and everything to finally come together. And it was like, this sucks. So they're like, oh, we'll come back and we'll try to fix it. And this was the try to fix it. And I just, if it was anywhere else in the kitchen, anywhere else, but it had to be right by the sink where like, I'm going to be doing dishes. I'm going to be looking at it every single day. So they have a little bit of stone left and they're going to try to replace this section right here. They're going to try to replace this, but their concern is when they lift this piece out, because this is one piece right here. They had to have the seams just because of the way it's cut. So their concern is when they try to pull this piece out to replace this piece of stone, that they're going to mess up this larger piece and this larger piece, and they don't have enough of this slab left to replace the whole countertop. So that's where we're at. But I told them I don't want it fixed, I want it replaced. And I feel kind of like, I feel kind of silly about that because I've been trying to be like chill about the whole thing, but also knowing how much I've put into this kitchen, I can't let it go. I just like, I have to stand up for myself, and I just have to say that's not acceptable. So that's where I'm at with the countertop. So they can't do the backsplash until the countertop situation is fixed, and they can't put the outlet covers on until the backsplash is on, and they can't put the trim back on the window until the back. So everything here is just on a standstill. So other than that, I'm so happy with my kitchen. I love being able to cook. I know that's crazy. You heard me say it. I love being able to finally cook. And we've cooked meals in the kitchen like almost every day since Christmas, with the exception of last night. We ordered out last night just because it was like, I was so tired. I'm like, okay, let's just order something. But we've been cooking and it's been wonderful. And I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So there you go. What do you think, Hanky? Do you like the new kitchen? You like the new dishwasher. Because you like eating the food that falls down in the dishwasher, don't you? So I hope you enjoyed this kitchen tour. I'll update you again here, in a few weeks. Hopefully sooner, when the countertop is figured out. I'm hoping that they can get at least a stone similar enough to the rest of the kitchen, whereas they don't have to replace like the island and over here, and they can just replace like, I mean, in theory, I hope they can just replace that little section right there and that nothing else breaks, and then everything's good. But with my luck, everything's gonna go wrong. That seems to be my luck lately. So we'll see, but that's where we're at. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.